Hello and welcome back to the Fast Ball in collaboration with Birchal, where each fortnight we choose two of Australia's hottest startups currently raising capital and pop the hood on what makes them tick. And I'm of course delighted to be joined this week by my co-host Claire Brown, the Senior Campaign Manager at Birchal, to talk about these businesses in depth. Claire, welcome back to the program.
Thanks, Mike. Lovely to be here.
Now, what's exciting you about our brands we've got on this week?
So I think the thing about the brands that are on this week is that both of these companies are challenging the status quo. So since we launched in 2018, we've raised over $85 million for over 110 companies, but all of them from when they raised capital have kept changing, growing, launching into new markets and really disrupting their respective fields. So it's very, very exciting.
Well, with so much success in the raising, what about the returns? Are there any companies looking to sort of jump out of the pipeline?
Very exciting news this week. We have our first exit. We have BioMe Australia Proprietary Limited, which raised under the name Activated Nutrients back in 2019. They are going to be listing on the ASX tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. So
huge news.
It's so exciting for everyone at Birchal and hopefully for all the investors involved. Look out for the three letters, BIO. And that will be BioMe Active. So
there you go.
Very, very exciting.
Oh, that's cool.
The cool thing about the companies today is that, hopefully they're not too far behind.
Yeah, fingers crossed. All right, guys, and remembering whilst Birchal is the presenting sponsor of today's discussion, all of the views and opinions in the following segment are, of course, our own. And first up, we have KOBA Insurance raising $1 million in less than a week earlier this year. KOBA Insurance is a pay-per-kilometre car insurance startup that could save customers up to 25% off a traditional comprehensive policy. They've just launched their app and are now chasing their first 1,000 customers. We're joined by their CEO, Andrew Wong. Welcome to the program.
Hey, hi guys.
Now, Andrew, first up, tell us a little more about your life since the raise began on Birchal.
Well, I guess Birchal really for us was the start of the race, right? We've had an idea that's been ticking over in within our team for a good part of 9 to 12 months now. But as soon as we jumped into the race with Birchal, the money came, and it's time to start going, time to start selling. And we're actually pretty proud to announce that we went live last week.
Fantastic.
And how's the launch gone? Customer sign-ups, and it must have been an enormous week for you that week.
Yeah, it was really exciting. We were lucky enough to pick up some national coverage on some press releases in a couple of different publications, and it's from the get-go. The phone just started ringing, and it's been absolutely fantastic. We've got a lot of people inquiring, a lot of people understanding and asking about the product, how it works, how it's different, and how they can save.
So let's talk about the current sign-up rate and where people can really go by jumping on board with KOBA.
Yeah, so we're a direct-to-consumer brand, right? So the first place to go and the only place to go right now is online. So www.kobainsurance.com.au. That's KOBA Insurance. And you can go ahead, hit up the site. Like in any other insurance quote, you go on, fill out some questions. What type of car do you drive? Have you been in any accidents and things like that? And at the end, it hopefully gives you a price. And so where we're a little bit different than many of the other businesses is that we charge you one upfront premium to cover your car while it's parked. Right, and then we charge you a second premium every single month, and it's just a couple of cents, 3, 4, 5, 6 cents per kilometer you drive. So the way it actually works is we have a small device that we plug into the car, and if you, like many people through COVID, have changed their driving behavior and maybe only do 100 Ks at the moment by going to and from pickup from school or going to the supermarket. If you do 100 Ks in a month, we literally will charge you $5 for the rest of that month.
That's pretty cool. Very impressive.
Yeah, it's great.
Pretty amazing.
It's great. It's great. It's really built for people who are low usage drivers, people who have a second car, people that live and work in the city that have a car because they're a grown up, but really use public transport to get to and from work. Or even as a lot of us, like myself now, I'm at home. We have a remote culture at work, and we don't really go in, maybe 1 or 2 days a week going forward. So it's going to be great for everyone who's changing their behavior.
Well, as an inner city yuppie, I'm pretty excited, and I think I'll be going straight to KOBA Insurance for my next policy. And disrupting the automotive insurance industry, I mean, you're focusing on the launch right now, but what's next? What's for the next 6 months for KOBA?
Yeah, well, it's all about product awareness, right? It's all about brand and product awareness. So really getting out there. We're trying to spend as much time as we can with member organizations, with startup groups, with people that just love disruption. And that's why this audience is fantastic. Working with Birchal is fantastic. There is a growing or probably even a large community of people here in Australia that are calling out for change, that want something different, right? The biggest change in car insurance in the last 20 years is you can buy it online. And the biggest change in car safety in the last 40 years is a seatbelt, right? And so we
Yeah.
really kind of see this type of model really helping activate people and changing it up to really give them something that is a bit more digital, a bit more engaging, a bit more up to date, a bit more modern in the way that they are actually living their lives.
The future is now. Andrew, thank you so much for your time and good luck reaching 1,000 customers this week.
Thanks, guys.
Easy done. All right, heading over the page now, and the next company we have on board today is Zurali, an eco-innovative outdoor gear and apparel brand focusing on timeless design and durability. Very important when you're outdoors. As seasoned founders of a previously successful apparel brand, Zurali raised funds through Birchal in 2019 to give its dedicated customers an opportunity to own shares in its new adventure. And Zurali had an exciting journey since, and joining us is Cam Greenwood from Zurali. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Not at all. Cam, let's talk about your life since the raise began and those initial stages there for Zurali.
Yeah, well, at Zurali, we're on a mission to get the world outside, but I guess ironically for Elise and I, my wife and I, who started the business, we've almost been on a mission to get ourselves outside since launch because it's been so crazy. But yeah, it's going really well. It's been a super exciting adventure, and yeah, we're stoked to be where we are, and really excited for what we've got coming next.
Now, Cam, it was the Black Friday sales last week, and for all consumer brands, they went absolutely bonkers. But you did Black Friday a little bit differently this year. What did you do?
Yeah, well, in the spirit of Zurali's DNA, which is all about doing things differently, we decided to participate in that event to try to bring, I guess, a positive voice to a week that can be quite commercial and like overconsumption. So what we did was we decided we're going to join the event, but we're going to plant 20 trees for every product that we sold. We put out a tree goal of 50,000 trees. We smashed through that.
Wow.
Currently on our way to 75,000 trees. And yeah, the first 3 days of that sale, we did more in revenue than we did in our whole first year of business. So it's been quite exciting, quite busy. Yeah, a lot of trees, which is
fantastic. What a great way to jump on the sustainable sort of action as well. Let's talk a bit about your current sign-ups at the moment and how it's all been looking for Zurali.
Yeah, so we've had incredible traction since we launched in 2019. So 2.5 years in, from year 1 to year 2, we grew over 600%, and this year we're on track to smash through last year's goals as well. And yeah, sign-ups have been great. Like a lot of people super engaged with the brand. In our initial launch, we had over 550 investors, and they've really been a core part of it and a real foundation to us building to where we are now.
So apart from unparalleled adventure, where can people go when they jump on board with Zurali and the team?
Yeah, you can check us out on the gram, as they say, at Zurali. And yeah, our website's just zurali.com.
Amazing. Well, all I can say is watch out Patagonia. And Cam, can you give us a little bit of a sneak preview on what you've got on the cards for next year?
Yeah, so next year is going to be a fun one. We're bringing back a lot of meetups. So we've got a big a part of our brand is all about people. Obviously, we're really passionate about getting people outside, but so launching just before COVID, it was, you could, maybe it wasn't the greatest timing for an outdoor brand when everyone's outdoor is getting taken away from them, but so we're really excited to, I guess, get back outside with our community, and we've got like a range of meetups coming which people can find by following us or on our website. Cool. And yeah, continuing to expand our range, so it's going to be fun.
That's very exciting. And looking at some of that vision on the screen there, it's making me want to go out camping once again. But Cam, thank you so much for joining us on the program today.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Fantastic. And thanks for your time again, Cam. Claire, and thank you for joining us on the program. It's always good to have some great brands sharing their stories and getting in a bit more depth.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Easy done. Guys, another example of two really interesting companies that be sure to check out what Zirali and KOBA have to offer. And of course, head to tickeroriginals.co for more from business, tech, entertainment. We cover it all. I'm Mike Loder, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Stay safe out there. Be well.
Yeah.